Welcome to the Wholescale CRM live demo. Wholescale CRM is a revolutionary system for your wholesaling real estate business. It's going to become the heart of your business as it serves every department in your company. Your acquisitions department, your dispositions department, and your transactions department. In this video, I'm going to be highlighting all the key, main, amazing features that the CRM has to offer. And some of those are the ability to send contracts and fill them out at the click of a button so that way you can send more contracts and get more deals. The automatic follow-up. This system automatically follows up with your sellers for you on an ideal sequence with custom messages that you create, and it's going to send them texts and emails every week, every month in order to stay on top of each and every seller for you automatically so you can get more deals. KPIs, it's going to keep track of all the important metrics in your business for you, your key performance indicators. And organization, it's going to organize your whole business so that way you're streamlined and you can get more deals and grow and scale. There's also a mobile app, there's a knowledge base that teaches you everything about it. It integrates with thousands of different platforms, and you can have all your team members on the platform as well. So with that being said, this system is going to be a game-changing system for your real estate business. And I'm sure by the end of watching this demo, you are going to want to sign up. And we hope you do because we want you to join the Wholescale CRM family. As we know, moving your business into this system will help you grow, scale, and make more money. So with that being said, let's get right into the demo of the platform. All right, so now we are at the main dashboard of the Wholescale CRM. And what you're going to see here is when you're at the activity page, you're going to be able to see all the team members that are in your company. You're going to be able to see all the activity that has recently happened that team members have done. You're going to be able to see the different web form links that you need. You're going to be able to see the setup resources. So we provide you with all the resources to set up the system, and with those automatic follow-up and the certain messages that the system sends out to sellers, we give you our ideal messages to send to sellers that convert the highest. So we're giving you all of the sauce when it comes to what automated messages you should send to sellers, and we're also giving you our best purchase contract and assignment contract for you to use in the system. You're going to be able to access support tickets, knowledge base, how to upgrade your account right here. And there's going to be a couple KPIs here of how many deals you've closed monthly and how much money you currently have in the pipeline. So that's what the home page shows. Then we move on to the main app that you're going to be using and working in most often. That is the Seller Leads app. So with the Seller Leads app, what it essentially is, where all your motivated seller leads are stored. So when you go and conduct marketing to find motivated sellers, that marketing is going to flow directly into the system. So every single motivated seller lead that you find from marketing, whether it's cold calling, direct mail, all of the marketing channels, it's going to have those leads flow directly into the system, and it's going to create a seller lead profile for each and every single seller that you're working with. So that way you keep it organized and you have a profile for each and every customer you're working with. On the left-hand side, you're going to have a bunch of views where you're able to see how many new leads you've got, how many leads are interested, how many are not interested, how many offers you've made, how many contracts you've signed, how many call attempts you've made, all your leads. You're going to be able to see all those views, analytics right there. Then when we talk about those seller lead profiles, let me open up an example of one of those. So every time you find a motivated seller from your marketing, a lead profile is going to be created like this for them. It's going to have their name, their spouse name, the property address. It's going to assign an acquisition manager that works for your company to the lead that's responsible for working the deal. You're going to be able to navigate through this by using these navigation buttons to navigate through the different menu, the different profile here. It's going to store their phone number, their email. The Zillow information for the property is going to automatically feed through. Same thing with realtor.com. And then it's going to track everything for you right here. The date the lead came in, the lead source. Did it come from telemarketing? Did it come from your website, SMS, Craigslist, direct mail, and so on? What state is the lead in? And then it's going to do your contact attempts. It's going to keep track of how many times you've tried to contact that seller. And every time you click one of these buttons, when you try to contact them, it's going to send them an automated message to their phone and to their email saying, hey, we just tried to reach you to make you that offer for your property. Give us a call back. So it's automatically sending those messages for you. Then it's going to track how many written and verbal offers you make. So whether you make the seller an offer that's written or verbal, it's going to keep track of and organize the seller and put the seller into the proper bucket. Is the seller a new lead, or are they in discovery, or did the seller become interested follow-up? Do they speak Spanish? Are they not interested follow-up? Do not contact, dead. You have a bucket to store each and every lead where it's supposed to go, so that way your whole company is 100% organized. It's going to also tag and organize and categorize each lead by the temperature. Is the lead hot, warm, cold, or dead? And it's going to tag and categorize the leads by their motivation, which is so important. Is it a tired landlord? Are they unemployed? Financial problems, death, divorce, and so on. It's going to tag the leads by their motivation. It's also going to tag them by whether it's a good deal for creative or whether it's good to sell to a hedge fund. Then we move down to here, and this is the automatic follow-up that I was talking about. You're going to be able to create these different types of automatic follow-up responders, and you're going to be able to set them right here. And what it's going to do is it's going to send your ideal messages, or ours, that we give you, but you can come up with whatever messages you want and come up with whatever sequence you want, and it is going to send those messages to the seller on that automated sequence. So for example, if it's an interested follow-up lead, we're going to want to send them a message every single week saying, hey, just wanted to jump back on the phone with you and talk more about that offer for your property. Give us a call at this number, or some type of message like that. And we're going to set the automatic follow-up to send that to them every week or every 2 weeks or 10 days from now, and so on. We're going to set up that ideal sequence so that way it can follow up with the seller. And we're going to even build out that sequence to follow up with the seller for over a year. Over 1 year, this system is going to follow up with the sellers for you. And guys, we know in this business, the money is in the follow-up. So having a system like this that will automatically do outreach to the sellers for you and follow up with them for you is going to help you get more deals and lose out on less deals. So the automatic follow-up is a game changer for your business. Next, we have seller info. If the lead came from cold calling, all the cold callers' notes would be stored right here. Then we have contract creation. This is a revolutionary thing for your business because it's going to save you so much time and help you get so many more deals. All you have to do is plug in a few pieces of unique information and then click generate contract. And it is going to fill out the contract for you. Yeah, that's right. All you have to do is put a few pieces of information in, click the button, and it's going to fill out the contract for you with every detail, and then boom, it's going to send it to the seller. You click email to seller, and it's going to send the contract to the seller. This helps you save time, so that way you're not filling out contracts line by line, and it helps you save time and send more contracts out, because as you know, if you can send more offers out, you're going to get more deals. So this is a complete game changer for your business as well. Then we move on to, if you do get the contract signed, you click this button, contract signed, send to transactions, and it's going to send all the information that you have developed and stored in this seller lead profile. It's going to send that all over to the transactions department, so that way your TC or your disposition manager can start working on selling the deal. And then there's some tracking info down here of who the lead was by and tracking information that needs to be stored. And then all those contracts that were generated get stored right there. You can set a task for yourself. So if you need to follow up with the seller in 2 days or 3 days, or you need to set a reminder for yourself, all you do is enter in that task, assign it to yourself, choose the due date, and create the task. And then right up here, you can access all your tasks, so that way you stay on top of everything you need to do, so that way no deal gets lost and you are on top of everything in your business. The only other thing in the seller lead profile is the comment section. So as you're working with the seller and you're collecting information about their situation and the property, you're going to go ahead over here and just make all your comments, and you can save them right there, so that way every note that you take about the property, everything about the property info gets saved right here, and so it's stored so you can see all the information about the property and all the notes that you ever had forever. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to the transactions app, because let's say we locked up this deal and now we're going to go ahead and start working on selling the deal and getting it closed. All right, now we're at the transactions part of the system. And as you can see right here on the left-hand side, you're going to have all those views, all those metrics stored just as well. So all transactions, what status are the transactions in, how many transactions you have per state, how many deals you've gotten signed this month, how many you've closed this month. All your important metrics for the transactions part of your business are going to be showed to you right there. And then there's going to be a profile created for each and every transaction. So when you click contract signed, send to transactions, all of the seller info and all of the notes that you took about that seller on the seller lead profile, they're going to get sent over to the transactions app. So all the seller name, spouse name, phone number, email, all of that's going to get set over here. A transaction manager is going to be assigned to each transaction. You're going to be able to navigate through this profile with these buttons just as before. And it's going to bring over all the information from the seller lead profile. So who the acquisition manager was and all of that. And then you're going to be able to choose your exit strategy. Is it a wholesale deal, a novation, a fix and flip, a rental, or creative, or is it to be determined? Then we move on to the opening stage. And this is the best thing about it. This transactions app actually walks your team member through the whole process from the deal getting signed to actually closing the deal. So from open to close. So opening stage, it's going to have your TC, file the contract and send it to title, deposit earnest money, and introduce themselves to the seller. And step by step by step, they are getting walked through the process. Then, do they need to order pictures? The close date and the contract amount is going to already feed over from the seller lead. Then we move on to the marketing stage. It's going to walk your team member through exactly how to market the deal. So now we're marketing the deal. We're going to post the deal to the Dispo web form. And what's this going to do is it's going to post the property to the web form so that way buyers can actually submit offers in to your system and they will show up right here, submitted offers. And I'll show you the web form here in a second. It's a whole website for all of your deals to be shown for buyers to submit an offer on. We're giving you that as well. So you're going to be able to choose your marketing price. You're going to be able to choose what VIP buyers you send it to, and then all the different types of marketing. Did you send it out on Investor Lift? Did you put the property on the MLS? Did you post it on Facebook? Did you send it to cash buyers? Did you email blast it? Did you text blast it? It walks your team through did they do it or did they not for each and every type of marketing. Then, like I said, those submitted offers are going to show up right here. If you schedule a showing to walk the property, it's going to show up right there. And then if you create marketing templates, you're able to save them there. And now if I go back to the home page and I go to the Dispo Offers web form, this is the website that I was talking about. So every time you post a deal to the Dispo web form, just like this, the property address is going to show up right here in this drop down. The buyer is going to be able to select that deal, fill out their information, and then submit their offer and make that offer. And then boom, that offer is going to show up right here. So you get a whole website for people. So now back to the transactions app. So once we've marketed the property, now that we've found a buyer from our marketing because we've got an offer, we then move on to the signing stage. And again, it walks your team through the whole process. Did you send the assignment contract? Did you get the contract back from the buyer? Did you send the contract to the title company? And did the buyer deposit earnest money? Step by step, it's walking your team through it. And so that way you can see when they check these off how far along in the process they are on each and every deal. So that way you can see the status of where each and every deal is at. Then you choose the final gross sales price. You plug in this information like how much the buyer's paying, what's the buyer's name, what's their earnest money amount that they're willing to deposit, and what the close date's going to be. And again, at the click of a button, it's going to generate the assignment contract for you. So it's going to fill out the contract for you to sell the deal for you, and you're going to be able to send it to the buyer just like that at the click of a button. So that way you save time. You no longer have to fill out the contracts line by line. And then boom, you send that contract to the buyer, you lock up the deal, you receive the earnest money, received, and then you move on to the closing stage. You put the final details in of the actual final close price, if there were any miscellaneous costs, and it's going to add up for you the actual amount of profit that you made. And then you check it off as closed, and then it's going to track all of that for you. And again, right here on the right-hand side, as you work through the transaction, you're going to be able to make all the comments that you want and save them to the transaction. So that's the transactions app. It literally walks your team member from open to close, getting the deal closed, which is super, super amazing. Next, we have the Dispo Offers app. This is similar. to what we just talked about, essentially every offer that a buyer submits into your system is going to show up here. All the information about each and every offer is going to be stored in here. And so that way you're able to see all your offers in one place. Next, we move on to cash buyers. This system lets you build out a full-blown cash buyers list with every single detail you could possibly want. So if you want to build a super powerful cash buyers list, using this system is the way to go. So what it's going to do is it's going to create a profile for each and every cash buyer. So it's going to have the buyer name, their entity name, their contact information. You're going to be able to tag them as a VIP buyer if you want. It's going to be able to have the asset class. What type of asset class is this buyer looking to buy? Do they buy single family, multifamily, vacant lots? Their target areas, what state do they buy in? Any notes? What type of investor are they? Are they a rehabber, developer, builder, etc.? What price point do they like to buy in? Minimum return requirement, how many deals they're doing a year, their office address, and comments again on the right-hand side. You're going to be able to build out a complete, full-blown profile for each and every cash buyer and build out a massive cash buyers list using this. Again, on the left-hand side, you're going to be able to see your views, how many cash buyers you have on your list in total, how many VIP buyers, and how many buyers you have per market. And now if we go back to the home page, you're going to be able to see the cash buyers web form. You get a whole website for cash buyers to be able to join your list. So if you ever have a buyer, you just send them this link and they can input all their information, click submit, and it's going to add them as a cash buyer directly into your system. So you get a website right here for buyers to fill out their information and submit it into your system, so that way you can build out your cash buyers list. So you can put this link on your social media or wherever on Facebook and say, hey, join my buyers list, and have buyers join your list. Next, we move on to title companies. You're going to be able to store the information for every single title company that you work with. And again, it's going to create a profile for each and every investor-friendly title company that you do deals with. So here's the title company app. You're going to be able to see those views on the left-hand side of how many title companies you have in your network and how many you're actively using and how many you have per state. And then it's going to create that profile that I talked about. So what's the title company name, what escrow officer, their contact information, the address, all of that right there. Next, we move on to members. And this is your full HR, your full human resources department of your business. You're going to be able to see on the left-hand side all the team members that are in your company and how many for each different type of category. How many people that work in transactions, how many people that are acquisition managers, how many are cold callers. And what you can do is you can add team members, and it creates a profile for each and every team member with their name, their phone number, their email, the date you hired them, whether they're active or whether you've terminated them, and what department they work in. Are they an acquisition manager? Are they transactions, dispositions, admin, cold caller? And are they in-house or a virtual assistant? So you're going to be able to save a profile and keep track of each and every team member's information that's a part of your company, so that way you can actually build out a real business and have a real roster of everybody that's on your team. And then email replies. When sellers reply to those automated messages with the automatic follow-up, those email replies are going to come in right here. And then autoresponders and autoresponder templates. This is where you go ahead and you customize and create the automatic follow-up messages and sequences that you want to get sent out. So right here, I create the type of message, whether it's going to be an email or a text message, and then I do the templates where I am able to choose the frequency of the messages, how often they're going to be sent. And guys, don't worry, there's going to be a full knowledge base that you'll have access to that shows you exactly how to set up all of this. So we give you all the setup resources so that way you can set it all up. It's very simple and very easy to understand once you go through the knowledge base videos on how to set it all up. So you'll be able to set up your automatic follow-up super easy. Then we move on to KPIs, key performance indicators. Yeah, the system tracks all your metrics, every single thing you could possibly want to keep track of in your business. How many leads you're getting daily, how many leads you're getting monthly, how many leads you're getting daily per marketing channel, how many leads you're getting per marketing channel monthly, contracts sent monthly, contracts signed monthly, how many contracts per acquisition manager signed monthly, how many deals closed monthly. Literally every single metric that's important to keep track of in a wholesaling real estate business, this system keeps track of for you. and then settings. But overall, guys, that's a quick overview of all the main things that the system does. As you can see, it is expansive and it covers your whole wholesaling business. Your acquisitions department, your dispositions department, your transactions department, all of it. It creates a seller lead profile for each and every motivated seller to keep you organized, so that way you're on top of each and every seller. You're able to set tasks, so that way you're reminded to follow up with sellers. The system does automatic follow-up, sending texts and emails to sellers for you. And it generates contracts at the click of a button, so that way you can send more contracts and lock up more deals. Guys, this system is a no-brainer for your business. It literally makes you have a real company. If you are currently working out of Google spreadsheets to try to keep track of your business, this is the next step. This system will take you from doing one deal every once in a while to doing 5, 10, 12, 15 deals a month. So if you want to scale up and if you want to grow an actual business, the Wholescale CRM is the right system for you. We look forward to seeing you sign up and becoming a part of the Wholescale CRM family, and I hope to see you have massive, massive success with our system. I hope this live demo was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you on the platform. Thanks.